Um, Someone asked me like, what is it like to be a realtor? It's hard to describe it because like every day is different, and you never know. People be people, and sometimes people cancel on you, and like that's okay. Shit happens. Real life happens. So I try to like book people. I don't want to say multiple people at a time, but like just in case this person falls through, I have this activity or this thing to be doing as well. Like the day starts off. I start off always at the gym because gets the blood pumping and whatnot, and then the hardest thing was done at the beginning of the day. So the end of the day is easy peasy. So at the beginning of the day, I kind of like allow myself to like wake up and like be adjusted to normal life and the waking life. And so, I give myself a second to like thaw out, if you will. And then I start contacting people, catching up with them in the morning. And so by noon or by like, mid morning, I'm starting to go see houses and sometimes showing people houses. But then again, it just depends on the day. Sometimes I'll be meeting with people for coffee or lunch or whatever and setting buyer consultations where you basically sit down with the buyer and you tell them what to expect and just kind of sit them down over the whole process and ask them if they have any questions and things of that nature. It's just the beginning of the process. And then usually more so at the end of the day because most people have a 9 to 5. But most of the time I'm showing houses at the end of the day after they get off work. But some people, work from home or like stay at home mom, whatever. So it really depends on the day. Like sometimes, I'll be at a networking event at night. You just don't ever really know. It's cool because like you can make your own schedule, but you're also kind of at the whim of other people's schedules because they're your clients and they're kind of your boss. You know what I'm saying? So it just really depends on what's going. Yeah, for the most part, I have a loosely structured schedule, but I definitely write everything down on my schedule, and if it's not on the schedule, it's not happening. But like I said, I don't plan on people to cancel, but I understand that life be life and people be people, and the world keeps a turning. So you gotta figure out how to best utilize your time so you can, not waste the least amount of time and spend the least amount of monies and just make it make. So yeah, it's just a day-to-day type of job. I like it, honestly. I love it. I love my job. But it just largely depends on the clients and what they've got going on and like where they are in the process of the home buying process. I mean, some people are contingent, like they got to sell their house before they buy a new house. Some people they're renting, so it doesn't matter. Or sometimes they have a lease, or like there's a bunch of factors into it. Or like sometimes like the loan might fall through, or the house might fall through. There's a million different factors into the day to day what goes into being an agent, and you just have to kind of like roll with the punches for the most part. This job is definitely not for everybody, though. I will say that, and sometimes it's hard to have like a second job or stuff because, like I said, you have to like go with the flow and, schedule this and reschedule that. And like if you got a second job, it's a little bit difficult, because then you got to call into this job or like, you know what I mean? So it can be a juggling act for sure, but definitely well worth it. I love it personally, but that's kind of what here someday soon I will make a day in the life of a realtor video.